Welcome to a new session, and in this session we are going to see how to spin up a Windows instance on the AWS EC2 platform. We have worked extensively with a lot of Linux instances and we've done a lot of interaction with the Linux instances. Let's see how to handle the Windows instance also. So at the moment I am already logged on to my dashboard and you see that there are no instances showing here. That is because the search column here allows us to go and filter out what we want to search the whatever the search criteria we set there. All right, so I have set to see only the running instances, and because of which I'm seeing there is no running instance here. Let me clear it out, and you should be seeing that there is one instance here. I've already terminated this instance, but I cannot see this instance listed here because I want to because I've set the filter to show me only the running instances. There are a lot of search criteria here. You can go and filter them out based upon your requirement. All right, for the purpose of this demonstration, let's proceed to create a Windows instance. All right, so click on launch instance. And now you can go and choose your Amazon image. You can type in and search for Windows, and we should be seeing all the Windows instances, Windows images only here. All right, so you have the latest 2019 base with containers, SQL Server 2017 standard. And remember, the licensing for the Windows Server is already managed by AWS. So you do not have to pay for the licenses. You'll be paying only for the server, the system resources cost, and when you are using the Windows, the cost is automatically added to your the instance cost. So there is quite some agreement between Microsoft and Amazon already. So you pretty much don't have to worry about this here. All right, but if you're going to be using SQL standard, SQL Server along with the Microsoft Windows Server installation, it is going to be a bit expensive on the expensive side. Right, for the purpose of this demonstration, again, I'm going to be choosing 2016. I'll choose the 2016 base. Yeah, let's go with the 2016 base. Okay, and I'll go with the T2 Micro. We know that Windows is quite heavy on the usage of the system resources. So we have only one vCPU and 1 GB of RAM. So it's going to take a while for us to to see the complete instance to come up. So please be patient. So the number of instance, I'll leave it at 1, and I'm not going to be changing any options at this moment. I'm going to add storage. And if you can watch it here, a minimum of 30 GB of storage is being allocated because it's a Windows instance, and the delete on termination is enabled by default. I'm not going to disable that this time because you already know how that works. So the next one is again, I'll demo server Windows instance. I'll call this as Windows instance 1. Okay, all right. Let me configure the security group. So remember, logging on to the Windows machine from a remote instance, or logging on to a remote Windows instance from our local machine would require the RDP port on the remote server to be opened, right? So RDP is works on port 3389. So it's asking if you want to create a new security group. Yes. So I'll call this as Win Server Security Group. All right, I'll leave the description as it is, and let me allow the connections to come in from anywhere. I'll leave it at 0000/0, and this one rule is will suffice at the moment. So let me go and click on review and launch. All right, and I'm going to click on launch. So when I'm going to click on launch, it's again going to ask me for the key pair. All right, so I can use the same key pair. Let's see how it's going to be working out. All right, I'll use the same key pair for now, and I will click on launch instance. So it's going to take a while for the instance to come up. As I've already told you, Windows is quite heavy. It's going to be quite, it is resource intensive. It is going to take a while for the instance to come up completely. So please bear with me there. So we can see that it's up, but trying to access this machine right now will not work for us because it is going to take a while. Just give it a while there. So I'll call this as demo win instance 1. Okay, and the public IPv4 address is assigned. Yes, and the security group is, it's allowing 000/0 from anywhere. Pretty much I can connect to this machine. All right, so now to access this machine, what we have to do is you go to the actions, all right, and instance settings. Let's just have a look here. All right, networking, that is security, and under security you have the get Windows password. All right, so we have to click on the get Windows password, but it's saying password is not available. Please wait at least 4 minutes after launching an instance before trying to retrieve the auto generated password. So the which means that the Windows instance is not come up completely. That's what it's meaning. All right, so we'll have to wait for probably a minute more. Let me try it again. Have to check this. Still not up. So I guess we have to wait until it is completed. So let me pause the video, and once it's back, let us resume it. Now the server is completely online. The instance is completely up. Let me go and fetch the password for this machine. All right, so let me go and click on get Windows password, and once I click on get Windows password, this is the page that's going to be coming up for me, and it's going to ask me to browse to your key pair. So click on browse and select the PEM file relevant to that, and the PEM file is automatically loaded here, and click on decrypt password. So once I click on decrypt password, I'll be able to see the username and the password that will be used for this machine. All right, so make sure you make a note of this. Open up the notepad and put in this information. All right, likewise the password also. Okay, now let me close this. Okay, now what I can do is I can open my MSTSC, okay, and punch in the public IPv4 address of the machine, and here you can give the username as administrator. Okay, and let me hit on connect. All right, so okay, win instance 1, this is pretty much looking at the local one, so let me skip that. I'll use the administrator, and let me copy the password here. Right, so remember me, and let Let me click on OK. Yes, so it is successfully connecting for me. And I am now connected to a Windows instance on the AWS platform. All right. So it is going to take a while again. Okay, so the instance is completely up now. All right, so yeah, you can open up the local server, and from the local server you can go and do all the settings on the machine, and that's how you connect to the Linux instance, the Windows instance on the AWS platform. Thank you very much for watching this session, and see you in the next session.